so much for your company this afternoon / evening. Thank you for all the messages as well. Thank you to Lawrence and Nelson. Thank you, guys. Stay tuned for Tony Blackburn with the Golden Hour. And I'll see you back here at 9:30 tomorrow morning. Have a peaceful night. This is BBC Radio 2.
BBC News at 7 o'clock. This is Nikki Cardwell. Hundreds of world leaders and foreign dignitaries have arrived at Buckingham Palace for a reception hosted by King Charles ahead of the funeral of Queen Elizabeth tomorrow. Earlier, the US President Joe Biden went to see the Queen lying in state at Westminster Hall. As he signed a book of condolence at Lancaster House, President Biden paid tribute to the Queen.
She was the same in person as her image. Decent, honourable, and all about service. And our hearts go out to the royal family, to King Charles and all the family. It's a loss that leaves a giant hole. So to all the people of England, all the people of the United Kingdom, our hearts go out to you, and you were fortunate to have had her for 70 years. We all were. The world's better for her.
Members of the public are continuing to join the queue to pay their respects. During the day, officials warned people not to set off to London if they'd not already done so to avoid disappointment. The back of the queue is currently at Tower Bridge, a mile from Southwark Park, where most mourners have begun their journey over the past 4 days. The Prime Minister, Liz Truss, will lead the nation in a minute's silence for Queen Elizabeth in an hour's time. Downing Street has urged people across the country to take the opportunity to reflect on her life and legacy. Officials in Leicester say residents can expect to see a significant police presence in the coming days after hundreds of men from the city's Hindu and Muslim communities were involved in a violent disorder last night. Police and community leaders have called for calm. The Chief Constable of Leicestershire Police, Rob Nixon, says a number of his officers were injured.
My officers did a tremendous job when significantly outnumbered. And of course, I've got the job today, in between things, of contacting the 16 officers who were injured as a consequence of yesterday's outrageous disorder.
The authorities in Japan have urged millions of people to head for emergency shelters as Typhoon Nanmadol moves across the southern island of Kyushu. The Prime Minister, Fumio Kishida, has told the public to leave their homes if they feel the slightest hint of danger. Football and Arsenal have returned to the top of the Premier League with a 3-0 victory at Brentford. In the Scottish Premiership, Celtic suffered their first defeat in 364 days. St Mirren beat them 2-0. St Mirren's manager, Stephen Robinson, says his side couldn't let their guard down for a second.
Against Celtic, you just have to be doing it for 96 minutes because as soon as you turn off, they punish you. And today we didn't, to a man in terms of fitness levels, concentration levels and quality. They were top class.
Tonight's weather, mainly cloudy and dry. There'll be clear spells in the south and a few showers possible in northwestern England. BBC News, it's 3 minutes past 7. Now, for the last time tonight, Orna Merchant is here with the travel news.
Nikki, thank you very much. Well, most of the motorways are on the move at the moment. In the Scottish Highlands, west of Loch Ness, the A887 is still closed in both directions. It's between the A82 at Invermorriston and Dundragon. It's after an accident which happened a while ago now, but it has meant extra traffic on the A87 through Invergarry and some traffic as well for you in Fort William. The A82's been very slow. At the A55, the North Wales Expressway, there are some roadworks which are causing delays in both directions between 11 and 16, Llandergais and the Puffin roundabout. Then South Yorkshire, the M18, which reopened a while ago at Junction 2 at the A1M, it was closed. But what's happening now is just one lane closed on each side for the barrier repairs. There were queues westbound back to 3 at St Catherine's, but those queues have eased now. The M6 is clear all the way down from the M54 at 10A to Junction 6 at Birmingham on that southbound side, so that's unusual. It's all clear. Northampton, we've still got a queue there. Now it's the M1 M1 on the southbound side, 18 at Rugby to 16 at Daventry. It's after the accident. It's queuing for 5 miles and taking you about half an hour. Northbound queues, there from 15A at Toaster to 17 at Dunchurch, taking 15 minutes. And then the big closure still in central London for the Queen lying in state. It's around Westminster Hall, so Parliament Square, also Westminster Bridge, Victoria Embankment. The number of closures is increasing as restrictions go in ahead of the funeral tomorrow. The more travel for you in the morning.
Thank you very much, Orna. Thank you very much, Gary, for a great show as always, and welcome along, everybody, on this Sunday evening. We've got a slightly more chilled out version of the Golden Hour this evening, of course. I hope you can stay with me, and of course you can get in touch. Text 88 to 91. Starting off with the Bee Gees.